One of Australia's most well-known Indigenous leaders, Warren Mundine, has made waves at CPAC, sharing his concerns about the voice to Parliament and what he believes could have been its impact on the democratic process. Speaking with Sky News Australia, Mundine was clear in his stance, describing the voice as a dangerous concept that could have fundamentally changed how democracy operates in the country. "They treat me like a bit of a superstar because of the voice," Mundine remarked, reflecting on the strong reception he received at the conference. They saw the voice as a dangerous instrument that could have really destroyed the democratic process within Australia. Having spent the last few days at CPAC, Mundine, along with a large Australian delegation, is set to return home soon. But the real question is, what key ideas from the conference does he and his fellow attendees want to bring back to Australia? "Well, there are a couple of things," he said. "We know that Peter Dutton has announced a review, and we've got Senator Jacinta Nampijinpa-Price leading the charge in that area. But he's got to be stronger, he's got to take a firmer stance when it comes to the spending cuts that need to be made." Mundine didn't hold back in discussing what he sees as wasteful government spending. "We are looking at about 30,000 public service jobs that need to be cut back. We need to go through the budget with a fine-tooth comb and start slashing unnecessary spending," he argued. "People talk about things like welcome to country ceremonies, but that's just small fry compared to the millions, if not billions, of dollars we need to cut back." His message to Dutton was clear: he's got to be braver, get out there more, and tackle the tough issues head-on. Mundine pointed to conservative movements in Italy, Argentina, and the United States as examples of leaders pushing strong reform agendas and not shying away from difficult conversations. "That's the big takeaway from CPAC. Australia needs to toughen up and deal with its own issues properly." He didn't stop there. Reflecting on past coalition governments, Mundine admitted that while they held power from 2013 to 2022, they failed to make the bold moves necessary to bring real change. "We won government, but we didn't push through the hard reforms that needed to be done," he said. "This time, if we get back in, we need to go in from day one with a big bloody shovel and clean house." Before wrapping up, the conversation turned to free speech, an issue that has been a major talking point at CPAC, particularly with figures like J.D. Vance, Donald Trump, and Elon Musk making strong statements on the matter. When asked if the American conservatives were aware of the coalition's recent moves towards censorship, particularly with proposed hate speech laws, Mundine confirmed that free speech was a massive concern at the conference. "The sentiment was very clear: if you're not standing up for free speech, you don't really have a democracy," he explained. "They were very strong on this issue. Everywhere I went, I was cheered on for opposing the voice because they saw it as something that could have eroded democratic principles." According to Mundine, many at CPAC believe there needs to be a global effort to combat woke policies and reckless government spending. "They made it clear to me that taxpayers' money is being thrown away left, right, and center, and we need a united front to put an end to it. But above all, free speech has to be protected, because without it, democracy doesn't exist." As the conversation came to a close, the host joked that Mundine might have been treated like a superstar at CPAC not just for his political views, but for his devilishly good looks and charisma. "I'm sure the voice had something to do with it too," they added with a laugh. Mundine's strong words at CPAC have certainly added fuel to the ongoing political debate in Australia. As he and his delegation return home, the question remains, will his message resonate with the public and the political leaders he's calling on to take action? That's all for today's coverage. Let us know your thoughts in the comments. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that bell icon to stay updated on all the latest news. Cheers!